Wealth isn't always measured in numbers. Sometimes it's what lingers after you've left the room. Welcome to the Kaleidoscope Scent Index, where luxury meets discipline and aroma builds legacy. Everyone knows Amouage for its headline performers: interlude, reflection, jubilation, but legacy isn't always loud. Some holdings sit quietly, compounding depth while the market chases the hype. This is Amouage, the silent holdings. 5 overlooked creations that define the brand's plantation, plus 1 new modern release, reshaping the house's new direction. First up, we have your base assets. Amouage Gold Man, perfumed in 1983 by Guy Robert. The notes: frankincense, rose, jasmine, orris, civet, musk, and ambergris. The original OG reserve note. Gold Man was the fragrance that built the Amouage empire. Its opulence bottled in balance. An olfactory gold standard, sovereign, ceremonial, enduring. This is the scent that set the yield curve for the Omani luxury company. Gold Man. It's a 1983 release, so you gotta know what you're dealing with here. Perfumed by Guy Robert. Man, this is David, I don't even like clean scents like this. I don't, but I love this one. Oh my God, Dave, you get a whiff of this?
I'm smelling it, yeah.
Oof. Yeah, I need one more. Just a good measure. My father passed away in 2012 from multiple sclerosis, but man, the day that I got this in, and I didn't get it in until this last year, the first time I smelled this, it reminded me of my father. So I have some tremendous scent memories with this scent. I know that they recently released this in a luxurious bottle. I'm thinking the price tag on this place, I think it's $1,999. So you don't need all that stuff. You'll be good to go with Amouage Gold. This is the apex of old money. Be sure to check this one out, guys. I think it's still available on the website as well. Gold Man from Amouage. Secondly, we have Amouage's Beloved Man, a 2013 release, perfumed by Alexandria Carmen and Emile Coppermick. Some of the notes in Beloved Man are cardamom, elemi, leather, vetiver, amber, and cedarwood. A quiet inheritance. Beloved Man is introspective elegance. It's smooth leather wrapped in cardamom warmth. It doesn't perform loudly, it performs lastingly. The gentleman's annuity. It's steady, patient, and consistently refined. Let's talk about Amouage's Beloved Man from 2013. Again, I didn't purchase a lot of these until I'd say 2020, 2022. But so in Beloved Man, what do we get? The opulence in Amouage fragrances is unparalleled. David, it's unparalleled. God, this is such a beautiful fragrance. Less of a fougere than Gold Man, but still maintains some fougere barbershopist qualities. The first thing, and I just love these Amouage fragrances so much. Man, it's getting a nice scent cloud here. The first thing that I noticed about Beloved Man though is I'd say the elemi and the orange really brings out the lush in this fragrance. The way that I'm dressed today, it's a match made in heaven. If you're going to a business event, if you're going to a formal event, a wedding, my God, I'm sitting here speechless on these right now. I'm only 2 fragrances in, but I really can't put into words my love for this fragrance house, because everything from the ingredients to the bottles, I feel like Amouage is so far ahead of the rest of the game in the fragrance world that there's not even a close second in my humble opinion. I'm not too crazy about some of the recent releases. I know they have a new creative director, so they're moving in a more commercial way, I guess you would say, but man, Beloved Man, Gold Man, these are freaking awesome, guys. You guys have to check these out. Jumping into our mid performers, we have Amouage's Imitation Man, 2018 release, perfumed by Leslie Gerard. Some of the notes are rose, forest, patchouli, leather, myrrh, and smoke. Imitation Man is retro swaggerly balanced for today's modern market. Imitation feels like a 1970s equity reissue. It's bold, nostalgic, restyled confidence. It's individually traded at premium value. Look at this bottle. Can you get a good glimpse of it in the light, David? Was it popping? Let me get some of my finger, because these things were fingerprint magnets. I'm on Fragrantica right now. Sorry to have my phone pulled up. I wanted to see that this perfume reminds me of section. There's like 2 fragrances out there right now that they had listed. What does that say? You have a release that's been put out for 7 years and it's only got 2 comparables. Usually there's a laundry list of comparable fragrances on the this perfume reminds me of section. Guys, stay out of Fragrantica. There's so many trolls in there that they'll talk down on the fragrance, even though it was, released recently. Perfumo is my go-to spot, not only for the logging, the exporting, and all the convenient features on there, but it's just a much more streamlined. All right, so with that being said, just look at this. Look at this. Is that not the most beautiful bottle you've ever seen in your life? Imitation Man. I can't even describe. There's a fruity note in here on the top that really knocks this one out of the park. It is something that is memorable. It is something that's confident, not loud. It's just elegance in a bottle, man. Let me also say this. With Gold Man and Beloved Man and also Imitation Man, I would say these are more for the, if you're coming out of finance school, if you're someone with a good career path set ahead of them. And I don't mean that in a rude or standoffish way, but you have to be kind of confident to rock this at a young age. So I'm thinking the target age for this may be 30 and above. I maybe even push that up to 35 and above. But man, just an amazing fragrance. Again, we have Imitation Man from the house of Amouage. Secondly, in our mid-performers lineup, we have a 2016 release from Amouage Myths Man, perfumed by Daniel Vincentin, Dorothy Pilot, and Karim Vinchan. I don't think she was married at the time. So with that being said, some of the notes within Myths Man are chrysanthemum, orris, rum, ash, smoke, and leather, and finally labdanum. Myths Man is abstract, artistic, and intentionally misunderstood. Myths Man isn't designed to appeal to everyone. It's designed to endure. It's an avant-garde holding, volatile and early shade. It's priceless over time. Ooh, I call this the Los Angeles Lakers of the fragrance world. But I will tell you, I'm kind of pissed off that Noel Smells on TikTok got to this before me, because I've had this for quite some time. David, what does this remind you of? Is this a funeral in a bottle? I actually think the main note in this, the chrysanthemum or whatever it is, I think that's like a funeral note. Like for the funeral flower. I wore this to bed last night, and for me, it's like a peaceful wear. This may not rub everyone the right way, but you want to talk about unique, artistic, and avant-garde. This is amazing. There was 3 perfumers who tackled this one. Karim Vinchan Spenner is one. I've seen the Dorothy Pilot before. We mentioned her in previous videos. I'm just not keen on a lot of the fragrances that she's done for different houses, but I can see why it took 3 perfumers to get this right, because there is, oh my God, this is a one-of-one fragrance. You will pay a hefty premium for this on the secondary market. I think this is discontinued, and no one will put this one out. So be sure to check this out via sample if you can. Do not blind buy this. Again, we have Amouage's Myths Man. This video is sponsored by Kaleidoscope Records. For those of you who don't know, I also go by the moniker of Crazy Ups, founder of Kaleidoscope Records. I produce for artists such as Seal Smooth, Apathy. I picked up production in 2017, and I wanted to bring in some local talent. You'll have to check us out. The new single that we just put out is featuring Rye and Curse the Third. It's styled. We'll link everything in the bio, and you can find me on Spotify as well. I do a lot of instrumental hip hop. Find my Bandcamp. Just Google Crazy Ups and D'Angelo. Just Google Crazy Ups and her, Crazy Ups and Leo comments. You'll find all my production. With that being said, now let's head back to your regularly scheduled program.
Hit the target history, Bentley. Now I know you feel me for real.
And in closing, our top liquid assets. We have Amouage's Fate Man, a 2013 release, perfumed once again by Karim Vinchan Spenner. Some of the notes are cumin, saffron, immortelle, frankincense, and amber. This is the volatility index of attraction. It's spice confidence with structure. It's daring yet deliberate. A perfect hedge against any mediocrity, rewarding only those who hold it with intent. the last of the bundle from the newest release that I'm going to speak on next is Amouage's Fate Man. Again, Kareem Vincent Spinner knocked this one out of the park. I actually have the notes, all of the notes pulled up right here. The first thing that you will get out of this, though, obviously is the cumin, but just to talk about how much depth is in this fragrance. So you have cumin, saffron, wormwood, ginger, mandarin orange, immortelle, incense, kapua balm, olbam, labdanum, rose, base notes, check this out, licorice, labdanum, sandalwood, cedar, musk, and tonka bean. I just have to check out like this reminds me of. There's no fragrances listed that are even comparable. This is a beautiful fragrance, man. David, I need to rock this more. Holy cow. The cumin note in this it's even, a lot of fragrances had cumin as one of their top notes. This is not off-putting at all. So I would say this will be a little bit more youthful. Of someone under 30 years of age, I think this and the next one we're gonna speak of as well too, won't be as daring. They won't be as old money smelling, for lack of better wording, as some of the fragrances that we've talked about. So again, you gotta be very careful, especially when you have these in your collection, to pick up 3-4 bottles at a time, because we had gold. I think the reflections, the OG reflections in these gold bottles as well. So we have the Fate Man, Beloved Man, and then gold. Just look at these now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. In order of appeal though, as far as what we've talked about, I would say that Fate Man would be the most commercial appealing right now. We have some artistic fragrances here. We have some one-on-ones with Imitation and Myths Man. We had Gold and Beloved Man. Gold is just your typical clean, fougere, barbershop. Matter of fact, you know what? I actually put that in a cheaper wheelhouse as well too. So again, Fate Man with that cumin note. David, I think I'm gonna have to layer. We'll just do gold, and again, there's $22.50. Make sure you guys check out Fate Man, an amazing, amazing cumin base, not funky. It is amazing stuff, guys. And again, I think this one's discontinued. I'm not 100% sure. So if you can find this at a good price, scoop this one up. It's Fate Man from the House of Amouage. And last but not least, we have a newer release from Amouage in 2023. We had Search, perfumed by Alexis Groujon. Some of the notes are bergamot, frankincense, vetiver, juniper, tissueware. Search is the modern liquidity play. It's clarity built into complexity. It's citrus and smoke that meets structure and depth. It's proof that Amouage can still innovate within its own legacy. I know this may be an odd take, but for some reason, Search reminds me of being in, David, and you had samples of this, don't you?
Yeah, I love Search.
Why did I tell you it reminds me of being in a library?
It smells like a new and an old book mixed together.
Yeah. I can't recall if this was in the fragrance sample set that I received from Amouage. And I think I received that in the winter of, I think it was 2023. So I think this may have been released slightly after. I slept on this at first. Usually when Amouage drops new launches, I blind buy a lot of those. But with Search, it had been out for quite some time, and I think I finally picked this up last year around Thanksgiving. Our family was down in Orlando, and this was kind of the scent that I wore the whole trip when I was down there. I have some good nostalgia, I have some good moments with this as well, but Search and, oh my gosh, what's the recent release, David? The one that just came out. Oh, it's the Scissor. For some reason, even though it's in a slightly lighter bottle, similar to Meander, which is another good fragrance as well, not to get off topic, because I know we got to get out of here, but Meander, I had Gris Charnel, straight. I got rid of them because Meander is a better version of those two. In my humble opinion, that may be, drop your thoughts on that in the comments, but I do prefer Meander over Gris Charnel. Search is amazing. You get that bergamot note, you get the frankincense in here. Wow. And what's crazy about this too is that this is not a summer scent, it's not a spring scent, it's not a winter, it's not a fall. This is a great year-round, very similar to Decision. I think Decision is a year-round scent as well too. But you get the citrus on top of this, but that frankincense and the dry down just reminds me of being in, and I don't mean this in a bad way at all, but it reminds me being in a library of books. So older books, you can smell the pages in those books. So, visualize that for 1 minute. And add a little Add some lemon juice sprinkles and some bergamot on top of it as well, and that's what you get with Search from the house of Amouage. Every one of these releases proves something fundamental about wealth and craft. Gold established heritage. Beloved maintained discipline. Imitation and Myths, they challenged your perception. Fate redefined courage, and Search brought liquidity back to our market. While collectors chase outlands, Purpose 50, Guidance 46, the seasoned investor knows noise moves quickly, but legacy quietly compounds. Sometimes the smartest move is to hold. We will see you guys on the next one, and again, thank you for tuning in and all the continued support. This is Kaleidoscope Scent, the Scent Index, where confidence meets chemistry and every note compounds character. Subscribe and start building your portfolio of presence.